Hey, how's it going? Rich Rising. Rich Rising. Thank you for the gifts. I appreciate it. Ashe. Ashe. Yes, I did. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. I appreciate it. Much love, much love. For a second, I was like, donation? What you talking about? And then I remembered the key of your name. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't like people knowing my name either. That's why I don't put my name on here. Happy Tuesday, y'all. Rich Risings, Rich Risings. Yeah, people can be weird. Rich Rising, Rich Rising. Come on in. Thank you for the heart meme. Rich Risings. Spirit was giving me a really good message this morning about community. And they gave me a particular, what's it called, title, but I can't fully remember the title, but they gave me another title. So it's interesting that the title is Community is Key at this time. Okay. And really what was, Spirit was talking to me about and what I was reflecting on also as well, as I was kind of reflecting on the community that I left, and, starting my own community, also as well. And so, pretty much leaving my hometown and, moving, and then, creating my own community here on the Presence of Online. And so what I was reflecting was a lot of times when with my business, when I was doing makeup. Oh, damn it. Hold on, y'all. Okay, I'll be right back because I forgot that my tea is whatever it's called. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Thank you for the heart meme. But yeah, so pretty much what I was saying was community, and how I had left my community. So things was kind of running, it was running short, in a sense, like it's the time like has ran its course, in regards to the community, the hometown, things of that nature. I was being prepared to stretch. So a lot of things just started feeling very uncomfortable. I started just having random issues with people that I didn't even have an issue with also as well. They just randomly had an issue with me. You just kind of come across certain people to where you start getting to a particular level energetically, and you just start having people kind of falling off, also as well, or having people starting acting funny towards you, or saying you're acting funny, or just random weird shit, that was happening when I was transitioning, or just when these things was happening, in regards to my spiritual journey and things of that sort. So one of the things that I was reflecting on was there was certain people that was supporting me from the beginning of my journey, when I was doing makeup. And some of those people was falling off, to where I wasn't necessarily kind of, there was an energy of animosity, secret animosity, also as well, to where some of these people was acting a particular type of way in regards to how they supported me. But it's like these were the same people that was there from the beginning. So I felt like I had some sort of loyalty in a sense that I owed to them, in a sense, because of that. And because of the fact of loyalty, like I'm really big on loyalty. So I feel like I had this loyalty that I owed to them. And then also, because I feel like, they owed a particular loyalty to me also as well. But what I realized and what had happened was, Spirit showed me that sometimes, even if people was there from the beginning, sometimes eventually they may fall off. Sometimes eventually it doesn't have to be on no, hate, type of energy or whatever the case may be. Sometimes it's just simply we're going our different directions. So whether this could be family, this is kind of like leaving the nest in a sense, type of energy, because like I said, I left my hometown. I've been planning to leave my hometown since I, graduated from high school. All right. That was over 12 years ago. All right. That was, I graduated in 2010. So it's like, it was over some time ago in regards to me leaving leaving my hometown. Never did, got caught up in two different relationships to where I was stuck in those relationships, wasn't, happy in those relationships. Those was very karmic situations, things of that nature. And then also I was in a space to where I was like, oh, I don't want to leave family, also as well. I can't leave family. I'm so tied to my family, things of that nature. So I was like, I don't want to move away so far, and things of that nature. But over time, you always know when the time is right, when the time is your time, because Spirit will, literally direct you to the point to where it's time for you to move. It's time for you to make a different decision. It's time for you to make a shift. And those points can be very scary, so when I was kind of leading up to where I was like, yeah, I'm ready to get out of my hometown, Like I said, the community, I was dropping off from most family members. The time that I was me being led to move out of city. So family was dropping off for me. The relationship, I left a particular relationship. I let go of a relationship that I was in for 8 years. And I thought for the first couple of months, I thought I was going to get back with that person. But the more I started to work on myself, the more I started to pour into myself, I was realizing the red flags. I was realizing certain things when we reconnected for the month after we broke up. We reconnected that month after, and there was a lot of fucked up things that was said towards me, a lot of actions that was still going on, but it was a mask of, oh, I'm changing, oh, look at me, I'm changing certain things. And and it's like, it was just I was noticing the mask, I was noticing the illusion, I was noticing how that particular situation got me the first time. I was like 23 years old, I was very young. Also as well with that second relationship, to where that person got me at that time because I had just got out of another abusive relationship. So when it comes from jumping to relationship, you're not having that time to see what's going on, to see the bigger picture, to see if you're connecting with someone who may be an illusion, also as well. So you gotta, it's really important to also take that time to yourself so that you can see the things that you're meant to see. And also it depends on the timing, also as well. You could be still, like that, stuck in that karmic loop. So it depends on the timing of if you're ready or not to receive, a new love that's actually meant for you. And so, during that time, like I said, I let go of that relationship. I let go of certain friendships. I let go of family members. And I was like, I was letting go of certain clients also as well, because we just wasn't energetically aligned. And some of these clients was playing in my face also as well. So it's like, you're reading it wrong when it comes to you thinking that my energy's off. I think it's your energy that's off. And I still got the receipts of everything, child. Okay. I got the messages, things of that nature, but I just kind of chuckled at it. I just kind of laughed because I was like, a part of me wanted to overextend myself in regards to explaining myself or explaining the portions of when I seen the energy shift or when I seen certain people was acting a particular type of way. But it's like, you don't have to point out people's behaviors. And definitely for me, I don't have to point out anybody's behaviors at this time, or at the time that I was shifting also as well. It's like sometimes when you're in that space, when you notice certain things, when you notice certain patterns, when you notice the energy being shifting, when you notice someone acting funny towards you, two-faced, fake, whatever the case may be, those people are deceivers. So they want to deceive you. So it'll get to the point to where certain people will try to, deceive you of them deceiving you. So it's like to keep the illusion up. It's like, oh, she done caught my drift. She done caught my mask done slipped. So it's like, so now I got to try to figure out how to make her seem like she's the problem than me being the problem. So that was something that I had to notice and understand also as well, to where I had to navigate my way of trusting myself. So that could be something that's significant at this time. You're getting shifted from certain communities, whether that's friendships, whether that's family members, whether that's a job. I was also shifting energy surrounding jobs also, or community in regards to my coworkers. I was noticing the coworkers that really wasn't for me, but was smiling in my face. But I had to work with them at that point in time because I was still at that job. But I was noticing those things also as well. So, a lot of things that you may be getting, alerted of at this time in regards to shifting certain communities. And a lot of times when we are in certain communities, we feel like, and we've been around those communities for so long, we feel like we're attached to them. We feel like we have to have, like I said, that loyalty, till the end, also as well. Sometimes you'll feel guilty because, for instance, I'm really big on support, also as well. I'm really big on, like I said, loyalty and support. So when I had that makeup business, when I was doing makeup, I had certain people that, started off with me. I started gaining momentum and things of that nature. I started getting more traction. Word of mouth is very important. When you got word of mouth, and that's one of the biggest ways of support. People will go and they'll tell other people about, your business. They'll tell, other people about how you service them, and things of that nature when it comes to word of mouth. So, I was getting my name out there. I started, becoming one of the most, valued makeup artists there. I was getting sought out. People that I didn't even know knew me also as well, in that, in my environment also as well. So it's like, so I was like, I gotta stay loyal to my day ones, but it's like, I'll always do that in a sense, but it's like, sometimes when those people are meant to drop off, they're meant to drop off. And that was the thing that really kind of beat me up, because I was like, damn, they was there from the get go. But also when you think about it, when we grew up in family with our family, those family members was there from the get-go also as well. But sometimes you have to kind of get ushered out of those relationships, to where maybe you're outgrowing those relationships. Sometimes those people are just only around for the benefit of you, also as well. So some people are able to stick around, and some people are meant to kind of be dropped off over time. Same thing in regards to childhood friends, also as well. People that you may have been friends with since high school, friends with since grade school, friends with since y'all grew up in the same neighborhood, things of that nature. And so it feels very tough to kind of outgrow those people. It's like, it's hard to kind of just leave that situation, leave that nest. So when I was preparing to leave, something can be significant about someone's transitioning right now. Because I can feel the emotions coming up. This could also be my emotions. I do feel like some of it is my emotions, but it feels like somebody else's emotions as well. Someone's going through this transition. But when I was preparing to move, when I was preparing to go ahead and leave my hometown, I don't know if I can talk about this right now, actually. I don't think I'm ready to talk about it. Boy, I tell you, grief will hit you in waves. It will hit you in waves, I tell you. Grief will hit you in waves. Hold on, y'all. God. Oh, thank you, Spirit, for that release. Thank you. Thank you for the vulnerability, Ashe. Thank you for allowing me to release at this time, to release that energy. Thank you, y'all. So, during that time, I was being isolated, right? I was being isolated when I was finding out about everything. Like I said, coworkers, family members, friends, the person that I was dating also as well, just people that I was doing makeup on, the community, and things of that nature. So I was getting revealed a lot. The truth was coming out about a lot of things that I needed to know. And so I was being isolated. I was in a time of isolation to where, I wasn't able to talk about anything. And I was somebody who was always talking to people about my moves in a sense. And I don't want to say people in general, but my closest people. So whether that was a friend that I had, or I was always telling my family members about what my next moves was. I was always telling, the person that I was dating about my next moves and things of that nature. So it's like when I got pulled away from all of that, it was different for me. It was completely different for me because I wasn't able to get a second opinion. I wasn't able to hear somebody else tell me, yeah, that's a good, idea for you. That's what you should do, blah, 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 things of that nature. So, during that isolation, I had to depend on my own. I had to depend on my own, intuition. I had to depend on my own decisions and the decisions that I was making and things of that nature. I couldn't tell nobody. I was being completely isolated. It's like I was being guided to not speak about certain things, about my moves or what I was thinking and things of that nature. So at that time, before I decided to move, it just came randomly. I was thinking about it. I was like, I should just go ahead and leave, my hometown. I should just bounce, I was like, let me just start something over, start something new. Because I just started feeling really uncomfortable. Like, being around certain people, I started feeling uncomfortable. Like I said, certain people that was kind of giving me weird vibes, weird energy. It made me feel very uncomfortable because I was like, why are y'all showing me like this? Why are y'all acting like this towards me? Why are people acting weird? Things of that nature. And so I was like, you know what? I was like, let me just go ahead and just decide to move, So I was thinking about moving. I decided to, I wanted to make an impulsive decision to move also as well. So Spirit sat me down for a year. So it's like, so I'm over here looking at places, of moving. I'm looking at homes and, driving to the area that I was going to move to, that was an hour away. Also as well, coming back and forth, taking off of work, looking at these homes and things of that nature. And it's like, and whole time, it's like, time is going past, also as well here. So I was like, why has it been like, 3 months, 6 months, that I've been looking for a place and every single home is not working out for me. And things of that nature. I'm like, damn, I feel like I'm getting drawn to move. So it's like, why am I not getting, approved for these homes? Or why is certain things, why does somebody else end up getting the home? Or, whatever the case may be in regards to what was happening at that time. And so pretty much it took a whole year for me to actually move. So I was like, I had to keep all that to myself of not telling anybody that I was moving for a whole year. And then the day that I actually decided to move, the time that I decided to move, everything worked out the way it needed to work out. The place that I was moving to had everything that I wanted, even the neighborhood and things of that nature. All of a sudden, my two little youngest cousins was able to help me move. I didn't have any movers because I was moving from pretty much one state to the next state, but it's like, it's still kind of, it's only an hour away, so it's like I was moving from one state to the next state. I didn't have the finances to move, to have the movers move me an hour and change away. So, it ended up working out for me to have two of my cousins, my younger cousins that I wasn't, having any issues with, that helped me move. Also as well. So everything ended up aligning the way it was supposed to align. So all the things that was for that whole period of that year to where spirit sat me down and it wasn't working out and things wasn't coming into the way that I wanted them to come, that was me being prepared. That was me being protected. That was spirit saying, that's not for you. That's not for you. This is not for you, but this is for you. We got something for you. Thank you, spirit. Thank you, spirit. And so, this was perfect. Everything aligned perfectly. I don't want to go into all of what it was being aligned perfectly here. But it's been perfect since I got here pretty much. And so when I got here, ever since I've been here for the past year, I'm just now getting into a space to where I'm trying to allow myself to be comfortable where I'm at now. Because for the past year, I was like in survival energy. I was like, man, I don't feel, safe here. Like I feel 100% safe, but it's like, I don't feel safe. My body didn't feel safe. So it's like my mind felt safe or, something was significant about my mind and body connection that wasn't feeling safe because I, took a leap of faith on myself. But it's like for something in me knew it was safe. And it has been since I have been here. Like I feel very good around here. And there's multiple things that led up to that to show me that it was a reason for safety here also as well. And so, it's like, so my mind and my body wasn't feeling as safe because it was something new. It was new territory, also as well. I didn't have anybody to share it with also as well. So I had to keep it all to myself, like I said. So something is significant about, shifting communities, shifting societies, shifting friends, shifting jobs, shifting, in a sense here. And it's like, even if it feels scary, at this time, even if it's, something that makes you feel uncomfortable, it's sad, you're grieving, also as well. And then it's like to the point to where you'll get into the point to where you're so angry also as well, to where it's like, you're angry about everybody. Fuck this person, F this person, I don't care about them, I don't care, they did this to me, blah, blah, blah. And it's like I said, grief will come in waves, to where it's like you feel like you don't necessarily care, but it's like randomly you'll get to a point to where that grief actually comes up and you actually do care. Angry is that secondary emotion. I speak about that a lot here on my channel or on my page. But yeah, so grief is that secondary emotion. Hold on, let me drink this tea. So, you'll go through those processes of grieving, whether you're angry and then it's like, and then it comes to where you process those emotions through, that hurt coming out, those tears, crying. And it's like, allow that process, Allow it to process, allow it to come through. If you're someone who struggles with crying because you may have had to suppress your energy of crying and releasing, tell yourself, at that time, I'm grateful for this release. I'm grateful for allowing myself to cry. I'm grateful to be able to process this emotion. Because a lot of times we are ashamed of processing crying. We're ashamed of processing our sadness or showing that, also as well. So it's like, that's why you'll never see me when I end up crying. I tell y'all to give me a moment, but I come right back to it, feeling much more empowered. I'm not going to apologize for the tears because they're real. I'm not going to apologize for that emotion. We can get up here and we can show our anger, our happiness. We can show every other emotion. But when we decide to get into this, when our emotion comes up of crying, that whether it's tears of joy or just tears of just grief, or just tears of cleansing, we get afraid of doing so. We apologize for crying, or we tell each other, stop crying, don't cry, it's okay, don't cry, also as well. And it's like, there's no need to tell each other not to cry. That's me cleansing. That's me letting go of, that older version, the things that are no longer serving me at this time. Okay. So that can be significant. Allow yourself to grieve at this time. For those of you that are grieving, leaving relationships, whether that's a relationship, a connection that you've been in for some time, a marriage, friendships, family members, whatever the case may be. But allow yourself to grieve, okay? And so what they were speaking to me about community also as well. So when I got here, in regards to community, like I said, my neighborhood, the people, the neighbors, when I came around here, I was getting a lot of waves. A lot of people was just waving at me. In my neighborhood, there was people that was just driving by, and it was like, I was walking my dog and they just was waving, and my neighbor was helping me out, also as well. And it's like, I didn't feel used to that. I didn't feel used to people, waving at each other in my community that I was in, to where it's like, oh, it was like a warm welcome. And to be honest, it was a warm welcome into community. So when you're leaving another community that's no longer serving you because you can feel the shift and the change, you'll start attracting the people that you're meant to be around, the people that are meant to connect with you, the community that you're meant to be around. So it's like, it's hard to leave one community because you're so used to that community. But when it's no longer serving you and you feel like not connected, you'll start connecting with another community. And sometimes that takes time to build for you to, for it to be ushered towards you. But you have to also open yourself up to receive that new community. This is also in regards to what they're pointing me out is the divine unions. So it's like, so if you're not ready for a union, for love, to really open yourself up to love, someone who's not ready for love is going to be ushered to you also as well. Or maybe you're going to come across someone who is actually ready for love, and you're going to reject that because your body, or you're just not ready for it mentally to connect with somebody who you actually are meant to connect with. So something significant about that also as well. Opening yourself up to new discoveries at this time. Okay. Hey y'all, welcome in. All right, Ashe. So something significant about that, allowing yourself to open up to new opportunities, to new people, to just new energy in general. All right. Also as well here. And sometimes we can get into the space to where like, yeah, we are open. I am open. I'm open. I feel like I'm open. I feel like I'm allowing myself to open up to people. But it's like, you have to go deeper. Are you really, opening yourself up? What is your action saying when you are telling yourself that you're open? Because you can say it all you want, but it's like, what is your action saying? Does your actions go towards you thinking about what people did to you in the past, to where you don't give that trust, or you don't give that clean slate to anybody? Someone has to prove it to you, in a sense. Are you running away? Are you avoiding? To where it's like, 1 minute you'll want to show up for that person that's coming towards you, then the next minute you don't, you'll run away. So you're avoiding the connection, also as well. Are you having anxiety? Is anxiety coming up when you're starting to meet new people or new situations also as well? Are you feeding more positive into your mindset when you're starting to connect with new people? Also as well can be significant. All right. Are you allowing yourself to really truly open up? Okay. So that could be significant, and that takes time to release. That takes time to build also as well, but you have to have the awareness to do so. So it's like, don't beat yourself up. Okay. If you feel like you do kind of run a little bit, okay. Or if you do feel like you just are like, I don't know, I need to watch a little bit. I got to kind of watch the connection for a little bit. That's okay. But it's like, also ask yourself when you are seeing certain things, ask yourself, what am I showing up as? What is this reflecting to me? What is this showing me? At this time, instead of pointing the finger, because a lot of times we like to point the finger. Well, I don't know, I don't trust certain people because of my past. Those are the past people. Maybe this person has certain things that kind of show up similar to your past also as well. Maybe they have their similarities there that you're pointing out, because our brain recognizes patterns. But at the same time, someone could be still working through their own patterns, also as well, their own issues. And it's like, and you are too. So there's something significant about that. Discernment is really key right now. My tea's not even warm anymore. Still working on that. Yeah, me too. I'm talking to you. Okay, you meant to be here then. All right, you meant to be here. Alignment, Ashe. All right, what's the collective need to know at this time? One of the things that I was reflecting on in regards to community today also as well, Keith Lee came to mind also as well. So I was picking up on Keith Lee's energy and his family day and things of that nature. Ooh, confirmation. And so Keith Lee, one of the things is he's really big on community. He had a very humbling, journey. And so it's like, he is, showing love to small time, businesses, things of that nature, and bringing community together. And it's like, 19.1 million followers. He has 19.1 million followers. Okay. And it's like, and he's been, pretty much being the same version of himself. That's the type of people that need to be in power. At this time, we have a lot of corruption that's going on with people that are in power that aren't necessarily empowering our community. So it's like with him, having a shift in his whole life shifting, his money, his light, and things of that nature, his presence in society, he's giving back. And that's how it's supposed to be, it's like, and that's why he's being returned tenfold, because it's like, when you get into the space of having that heart of being able to give, in spaces, and, your heart's being judged at this time. Okay. So it's like, there's something significant about that heart space being judged. And it's like, so he is, pouring back out to his community. He's giving back out to his community of the riches that he has. They're pointing me out to the thing in the Bible in regards to, I don't really know, because I just remember there was part of a story, of the fisherman, in regards to that Bible. What's it called? Something about the fishermen of turning one fish into multiple fish to feed the community. They're also bringing me to a point to when indigenous tribes and things of that nature, when they would have certain people that would betray the community, they would be pretty much exiled from the community, also as well, because they wasn't going with the actual rules, the actual rules that was meant to be in place to actually have community. Right now we're being policed in a sense with our community, but not in the way to help us. And it's like, there's certain things like knowledge that they would carry on from things that happened in ancient times or past times, to where they would use that, but they would use it in a manipulative tactics. So it's like, it's not saying that we shouldn't have any governed laws or, certain things, because the universe has laws also as well. So there's meant to be some sort of governed laws. There's meant to be certain practices, or whatever that is meant to be incorporated in, society. But it's like, are we using those things to manipulate, or are we using those things to benefit everybody else or everybody as a whole? So that's significant at this time also as well, is what I'm picking up on. Love on the bottom of the deck. All right. Love on the bottom of the deck here. Sexual energy also as well on the bottom of the deck. All right. Show me the messages at this time. They're telling me to split it up. Again, so they're splitting up the messages, the masculine message and the feminine message at this time. I was hearing the masculine at this time was the first. Again, the masculine's being ushered to the forefront. All right, so a lot of these messages that I've been doing with the masculine and the masculine has been coming first. So the messages has been coming to the forefront a lot for the masculines, because they're going through a lot of their transition at this time. All right, and I know it's ladies first, okay, ladies first, but right now the masculines have definitely been ushered to the front. All right. So we'll go ahead and start with the masculine's message and what the masculine needs to know at this time. What do they need to know at this time in regards to community, building community at this time? We got a lot of single homes, a lot of single mothers out there. We got a lot of children that have the presence of their father every once in a while, maybe not really. Or not at all, at this time. They made it a norm. And this has been going on for some decades now, to where it's like they made it a norm for the father to not be in the home. That's a problem. And that's why love and sexual energy came out. Now they're making a point here. So sexual energy came out, and so did love. Love has been distorted at this time. This is why we've been seeing so much about twin flames and, soulmates and divine unions. And why are the unions? Why is there, certain unions that are coming together? The whole reason and the purpose for the unions is not just for love, not just for the relationship to come together for you to have a divine union. There's a purpose behind the divine union. There's a purpose behind the twin flame connection. There's a purpose behind the soulmate connection also as well. There's a contract here. And there's a reason why there's been so many that is coming into light right now. Is because, like I said, that love energy has been kind of thrown around as if love is just love. Love is just kind of one of those things that you can just tell people that you love them and manipulate them and tell them that you love them. And then you do things out of love that you say you love them, but you hurt them at the same time. Love doesn't hurt. If love has any point of it, if it hurting, there's a lesson behind that. But as far as being used with manipulation, that's not love. So the reason why those connections are coming together is because it's being shown what true love is, at this time. All of a sudden, we had a lot of random, relationship podcasts. All of a sudden we had random, couples, social media platforms that came out of nowhere. And it's like, it's performance. It's performative relationships. You're seeing performance of, oh, I love you guys. Your relationship is so beautiful. And, it's performance of what's being shown on social media and what's not really truly what the true connection is truly. Now, I'm not saying 100% all of the, connections that led us into their lives on social media is not real. There is some real ones out there, but a lot of them are performative just for content purposes only. And so, in order, and you got to understand what that's doing to us on a mental level. We're seeing certain things. It's an illusion of what we're seeing, of this love situation, of what it looks like on the outskirts of social media. But when we really, tag into it, and then you start seeing these couples breaking up, and you start seeing all these things that's happening, and this person was an abuser, or certain things that was going on behind closed doors just for the money, and things of that nature. And it's like, damn, what I'm saying? Well, love ain't out there then, type of energy, but love is truly actually out there. It's just a part of manipulating us to believe certain things of what it looks like on the outside. So that's significant at this time. All right. And also, like I said, they made it a normal, to be normalized that women are able to bear these children and take care of everything, because, and the load all being on women when it comes to children. It's okay. The father can be there when he wants to. He can be in and out of the kid's life, and, the kids will still be fine because that mom is going to nurture the kids, and, blase, blase, blah. No, it's very imperative. That's why sexual energy is coming up also as well, because when it comes to a woman and being disconnected from her father, she's not able to see that true leadership in regards to a masculine. She's not able to get that nurturing from a masculine also as well. So she's accepting more abusive men that just is going to treat her any way that she wants to treat her. That's what you call father wounds. So that's what's showing up right now. So it's like, if there was a parent that was present in that life, doesn't mean that he has to be in the home, doesn't mean that, the relationship's going to stick all the time, but it's like, as far as this particular masculine, the father being present is important in a child's development in life here, as well as a child's development as far as a young boy that needs his father also as well. He can't be taught by just a woman, also as well. That's just it's not going to get him the things that he needs from a father at this time also as well. So it's like they made it a norm in society to where it's like, fathers show up when they want to. They can be very bare minimum, they can act like they don't know how to change, a diaper, or just like it's so funny he can't change the diaper, but he's not, actually wanting to learn how to change the diaper. Okay, you see more men out, you see other men out here that actually are very in tune with their children. They change the diaper, they do their kids' hair, also as well. They help out with the food. They actually do. Okay, it's really out there for real. But it's like, but what we're being shown is that as if that, the women has to do it. It's all on the woman. I'm pretty much paralyzed. I can't do this, whatever the case may be. But it's like, a skill, when you come across something new, when you start a new job, you don't know how to, completely do that new job if you don't have that skill set. But it's like, so therefore you have your trainer. Your trainer is going to train you to do certain things in regards to that skill set, when you start that new job. So when a new child is being ushered into society or into your bloodline, or you have a child coming, you have to prepare for that. So it's like, so as women, we are natural nurturers. And, we've seen that, but also the masculine can be a natural nurturer also as well, but he just wasn't taught that. So it's like, so what do you need? You got to be taught to be nurturing. You got to, whether this is, I know some people go through parenting classes also as well, or maybe you have somebody that's going to show you, whether it's the woman or not, that's going to show you how to care for your child, how to change that diaper, how to, whatever it is that you need to learn how to do. Okay, is what I'm picking up on. Right now is decreasing society's norms of what they taught us, and changing the perspective of how we see certain things, of how we move also as well. Like it's the internal upgrade. It's the upgrade of society, also as well. Society's been running on a program and things of that sort, on programs that are not working for us. They're not working for us. So we have to upgrade the program of what's going on with society. We got to teach society. We got to show society new endeavors. We got to teach society new perspectives. We got to teach society new ways of doing certain things, so that we can learn different things that's actually going to work for the benefit of all of us, the benefit of all of us at this time. You know, it's crazy how so many people are so drawn to toxic energy, toxic love. Oh, they're just in love. You know, when that whole situation with Blueface and Krishan was going on, oh, they're just in love. You know, that's how love is. You know, it may be a little bit toxic, but that's how love is. And, you know, what's it called? Lil Baby, Ari Moneybag. You know those situations that was kind of just circulating. E. Kane, you know, also as well, E. Kane and her abusive ass person, also as well, her baby daddy, you know, and then you start having women talking about, oh, but I love Chris, like something about him, I just love him. And it's like, whole time, this man is he is abusive. Okay. He has so many mugshots of domestic violence, of beating her ass. Like, how the hell do you love that? You know, you got to really sit and think about that. Also as well, that's why you don't understand how many women are going through abusive relationships and accepting, these relationships just because you want to be in love. All right. So that's significant at this time. Realizing your value. Messages for the masculine at this time. Messages for the masculine. Hold on, y'all. 1 second. All right, messages for the masculine at this time. What does the masculine need to know? What's the messages for the masculine surrounding community? Shame. What part are you doing in the community at this time? And when it comes to community, that starts with yourself. So it's like, I'm not saying that you have to be out there in the field, doing, charity workings and things of that nature, or even being on live or whatever the case may be. Being part of a community is being part of yourself also, as well as what are you doing as far as yourself that can contribute to community. So if you are, stuck in certain patterns, stuck in ways and toxic patterns and within yourself, if you're abusive also as well within yourself, how is that contributing to society in the betterment of what society can have as a whole? So it's like, like I said, it starts with yourself first, and then it's like you're impacting the community in the way you are, of who you show up as, if you're genuine or you're not genuine, or your intentions, or just whatever the case may be in regards to this particular energy. How are you setting the standard? How are you being the example, also as well? So for instance, like I said, a lot of abusive situations, a lot of abusive men, being shown as an abuser, having kids in the house and you're abusing women. How are you setting the example? What that is doing is that is showing the kids that it is okay and it is normal to have an abusive male in the household. And then that's why you have the pattern of the kids that seen that abusive energy in the household. Those men, those young boys begin to be narcissistic. Those young boys begin to be abusive also as well, because they've seen their father beating on their mother. Okay, also as well. So it's like there's something significant about that. Self-love. Okay, it's all good. Self-love came out, but I don't know where it's at now. All right, so I'll go ahead and repull these energies, but show me what the masculine needs to know at this time, as far as their contribution to society at this time. Show me what the masculine needs to know, Spirit. Perception, all right? Your perception, that yin and yang energy, that balance energy also as well here. So it's like the perception of how you see the world right now, you got to change it. Okay. Like I said, you got to upgrade it. Also as well here, you got to see things in a different light than what they taught you to see it as. All right. Also as well here. Okay. Like I was saying, perception of feeling like, oh, your contributions to society or your contributions in regards to your child can be very minimal. You need to change your perception in regards to that particular energy. So it's like, how does it work for you? How does it benefit everybody else, in regards to this particular energy is what I'm picking up on. Show me what else. 9, also as well. 9 is the energy of closing out cycles. All right, at this time. So it's like with that energy of 9, that energy of closing out cycles. What is it that needs to change in regards to this cycle that's been going on to rebalance the energy? All right, yin and yang energy is balanced. So it's like the 9 energy. What do you need to change as far as your perception? That's going to rebalance the energy within you and also rebalance the energy within society at this time. Show me what else here for the masculine. Discernment. All right, discernment is key. All right, 6 is the energy of balance also as well. So discernment at this time, it's like using your discernment. It's like, something feels off here. When it comes to discernment, it's like your, that intuition, those little, what's it called? It's like those little internal signals that you're getting. You get your internal signals that are saying, say for instance, okay, you are walking in somewhere that maybe you haven't been before. Maybe you like, for instance, you're driving to a particular town. Something about that town feels off. Something about that town feels a little bit racist, or something about that town feels like you can't trust it. You don't know if you really want to kind of use the bathroom over here, or whatever case may be. That's them internal signals that are going off. So it's like right now at this time, what is the internal signals within you at this time here, masculines, that's going off and is telling you something don't seem right here. Something just doesn't feel right. Something is not aligning the way it should be. Something doesn't feel balanced. It feels unbalanced at this time. All right, so that discernment is key. What are you picking up on right now that is telling you, hey, something needs to change, something needs to shift, something needs to be different. You need to go a different route. You need to go a different road. Whatever the case may be is what I'm picking up on. Black birds are significant. Crows and ravens could be significant at this time. Crows and ravens usually come around when it is time to shift and it's time to change in regards to death and rebirth. So that, and intuition also as well when you see them crows and those ravens. So you could be seeing black birds. There can be a black bird that's going off around somebody's home a lot. You hear it going off a lot. Could be significant. Okay. Rebirth and death and rebirth energy. Okay. It's something here you need to put to an end and shift and change. Show me what else here for the masculines. Show me what else here for the masculines. Yeah, integration is in reverse here. All right, integration. What is integration? You see the snake here. All right, so it's shedding and bringing in something new. In regards to this particular integration. Integration is pretty much transformation. Thank you for sharing the live. Thank you for liking the live, y'all. Thank you for supporting me. I appreciate it. 33 also as well. 33 is a master number. 33 is also ascended master energy. So it's like there's something significant about your wisdom. You tapping into this wisdom here. So some of you could be getting surrounded by archangels at this time. You could be getting surrounded by, ascended masters that hold wisdom at this time here also as well here, masculines, to where you're getting those signals internally because your spirit team is connecting with you. Your ancestors are connecting with you, that are showing you something that's being meant to shed and meant to be brand new is what I'm picking up on. Someone could have seen a snake recently, also as well here, whether that's, physically or you've seen it on your timeline, also as well. But snakes are significant. It's showing you transformation at this time here. Slow but steady. All right. Also as well, someone could have seen a turtle. Someone could be by the water a lot. You're seeing certain animals. Look up those animals spiritually. All right. So if you're seeing a turtle is also transformation. Turtle is, that slow but steady wins the race type of energy. It's like, what's it called? Persistence is turtle also as well. So the persistence energy. Also as well as with the turtle holds wisdom also as well. So wisdom energy is significant with the turtle. Turtle is a very ancient animal. All right, so America was once called Turtle Island, before it became Americas. So Turtle Island, we're on Turtle Island for those of you that are in America at this time. So that's significant also as well. Threes is significant. Things may be happening in threes, maybe seeing things in threes. Threes is the energy of alignment also as well. So this could be significant at this time. It's like certain things that are shifting and changing is happening in a slow but steady manner. Is what I'm picking up on. So it's like keeping the pace here. So it's like, the turtle may be slow. They're showing me the turtle and the hare, the turtle and the rabbit, in regards to, that rat race that they used to show at times. But it's like the turtle kept going, okay, is what I'm picking up on. It's like, and when you think of a turtle is soft on the inside, but it's hard on the outside. So there's something significant about you being hardened on the outside of yourself here, masculines, and being softened in the inside. So it's like some of you will harden yourself because of the fact of what's on the external of you, your perception of society, or how you have been treated in society, because of the internal softness within you, not allowing you to open yourself up to emotions. Oh, men aren't supposed to cry, boys aren't supposed to cry. Get up, be strong. The turtle is protected by the turtle's soft body is protected by its external body. But every once in a while, or in order for that particular turtle to get to its destinations, to swim, or to get to the destination in regards to, like I said, that finish line, that turtle has to come out of the shell. Whenever you see that turtle that is scared, what does the turtle do? It goes back up in the shell. So it's like there's something significant about you coming out of your shell and continuously going on this particular pathway is what I'm picking up on. Show me what else here for the masculines. The moon is significant. This could be a masculine that's very connected with the moons. The moon cycles also as well here. Your intuition gets heightened up during the moon cycles. So maybe you're seeing certain things on the new moons in regards to your energy gets a little bit more heightened as far as like your energy, as far as your like maybe your momentum is what I'm picking up on with the new energy for the new moon. So maybe you're more motivated during the new moon cycles, and then during the full moon cycles maybe you're kind of more wanting to more wanting to rest. So pay attention to that. Pay attention to the times when you feel like you're more motivated and the times that you feel like you want to rest more. That's that energy of balance. That's that energy of, when it comes to masculine energy is that action oriented energy. It's that momentum. It's that, taking action. When it comes to the feminine energy within yourself, because we all have a feminine and a masculine energy within ourselves, just depending on how much time we spend in each energy, or if we're balanced in our energy. But so like I said, pay attention to the times where you feel like you want to rest, when you want to kind of take back a little bit, when you kind of want to tap back in with your intuition. You don't want to feel like you're too much on the hamster wheel of going all the time. So that's where that balance is, balancing out that feminine energy within you and also the masculine energy in you. A lot has been coming out in regards to the masculine surrendering to the feminine energy, because that's that intuition, that's that guidance, that's also that rest energy, and that's that nurturing energy. So it's like knowing when you're burnt out, knowing when you need to take a break to yourself also as well is significant at this time here, masculines. Show me what else here for the masculines. 369 is out here. We got 3. We got 33. We got 6. And we got 9. All right. 369 is pretty much a code to the universe. When it comes to 369, I don't know 100% about it, so I'm not going to speak too much on it. But 369 is very significant in regards to how the universe works. I just don't know too much on it. I need to look some more up about that. But that's significant at this time in regards to how the universe works, okay, with this energy that's out here. Threes, like I said, is very significant. 3 plus 3 is 6, also as well. 3 plus 3 plus 3, okay? You get it, all right? Is 9. All right, show me what else here for the masculines. Omens, all right? Omens. How does the universe work? The universe comes in omens also as well. It shows you omens. It shows you signs, whether it's repeated numbers, or whether it is, animals, like I said, that are showing up in your pathway repeatedly, whether it is repeated songs that are showing up also as well. It's the omens that you're being shown. All right. How the universe works, the connection of the universe at this time. So like I said, whether you're seeing these particular animals that keep on showing up on your feed, or maybe they're showing up personally, physically, also, like I said, the numbers that you keep seeing that is repeatedly showing up, certain patterns that is repeatedly showing up also as well, that's showing you to shift at this time, to change your perception. Okay, child, I can't make it up. Divine timing. Okay, divine timing. It's like someone may be connected with ancient Egyptian energy also as well here. Horus is surrounding you at this time. So you may be very connected to birds, okay? Horus is the energy of wisdom, very deep wisdom also, as well as the deity Horus through ancient Egyptians. So Horus is very significant at this time is what I'm picking up on. Horus is that Egyptian that has the bird head also as well. So birds are very significant. Someone just has some pancakes. Blueberries is significant also as well. Pancakes and then blueberries are significant. Orange juice, grape juice is significant also as well. Welch's juice is significant. Excuse me, confirmation. Stillness is significant at this time here, masculines. Being still so that you can get the answers that you're needing at this time, so that you can get the direction that you're needed at this time. Get off the hamster wheel. Take some time to yourself. Get to know yourself. Hey, Supernatural. All right, show me what else for the masculines. Exactly, learning, freedom, and happiness, karmic relationship and secrets. All right, Ashe. So secrets are being revealed here for you masculines at this time. You're seeing the truth at this time. Karmic relationships, people that you may have been in relationships with. Karmic relationship is friendships, co-workers, community, relationships as far as family members, things of that sort. You're being shown the truth at this time, okay? And what this is doing is you're learning, all right? You're in this learning phase of learning things that are new about yourself, learning things that you may not have known also as well. Wisdom, okay? Like I said, that energy of wisdom, the eye of Horus. So wisdom energy, that's that, like I said, that ancient deity that is connected with, what's it called? Wisdom. So there's something significant about you learning something new, okay? Whether that is about the universe, of how the universe works, or maybe this is about how, what is showing in regards to you. You're learning something new about yourself, also as well. When you start to getting on that pathway to self-love, you're going into the pathway of self-discovery. So you're in an energy of self-love, but that's also self-discovery also as well. So some things that you may not have even known about yourself, it's starting to come to the surface, also as well here, because a lot of times, like I said, get off that hamster wheel, because when you're on the hamster wheel, you're not learning much about yourself. You're pretty much putting those things to the side, and a lot of men, what y'all do is y'all put that to the side for everybody else. Okay, let me show up for everybody else, and let me go ahead and put my mental health to the side. Let me go ahead and put my emotions to the side. Let me go ahead and put my physical body to the side. It's like you keep on putting all these things to the side for yourself, and it's like, and then you start to feeling it in your body, to where either your body starts to aching and hurting, you having back problems, you having shoulder problems because you're holding on to the burdens and the energy here. Your feet is starting to hurt. You're having problems with your feet because you're resistance the change. Okay, that's all interconnected spiritually, also as well here. So knees also as well, when you're having those problems with your feet, your legs, or your knees, that's that energy of your root chakra. So you got to tap back into your root. That's that unstable, instability, unbalance, fears, things of that nature. When you have that energy that's in your shoulders, you having the shoulder pain, or the upper traps, or your neck hurts, or whatever case may be here with this energy up here, you're holding on to burdens that you need to release spiritually. You need to release some sort of burdens. All right. If you're having a lot of headaches that's going on, you're dealing with a lot of anxiety, you're dealing with a lot of mental turmoil, you're dealing with that mental distortion energy. So if you keep on having those headaches, let me tell you something. I used to always get headaches all the time. I was a headache child. Part of that also was my sensitivity to energy. So I would be sensitive to energy, and what that would be showing up is my head would hurt a lot. In regards to my head. But a lot of times I had a whole bunch of headaches all the time, and I couldn't figure out why. And now I barely have any headaches anymore. Most of that was because of the anxiety. Most of that was because of my overthinking. Most of that was because mentally I was not in a good space, because I was overthinking all the time of my decisions. Listen to this bird. This bird is going off over here. This bird is laughing. But there was so much that was going on within my mindset. I didn't have any rest in my mind. My mind was not resting. So it's like, so when your mind is not at rest, maybe you're having a lot of headaches. Okay. Maybe you're having brain fog. There's an imbalance within your mind. So that's a lot of energy that is coming up here, and you're not balancing that energy to come down here. It's your chi is what I'm picking up on. So you're not balancing your chi, at this time. So you got to kind of balance that energy within your chi state. All right. So that's where you free yourself. Okay. You're learning certain things about yourself, learning certain new things, your new discoveries. That's where you free yourself at. That's where the freedom is. All right. A lot of times we're looking for all this external freedom, whether it's somebody else, or, whether it's, going to go take trips, or, going on vacation, or whatever case may be. It never feels 100% satisfied, right? It's because you're not satisfied, because you're not satisfied with yourself. Your actual inner self is not satisfied. Your soul is not satisfied. So when you start getting more into that self-discovery, that soul energy, where you're connecting more with your soul and what your soul actually wants, and not what your physical body wants, that internal energy, so within, so without, then you get to connecting with that soul here. And that's when you start to feeling much more fulfilled. All right. And that's where the happiness is. Ashe. All right. So that's where that freedom is, and that happiness energy. Okay. At this time. Show me what else does the masculines need to know at this time, Spirit. Deceit around you. Pay attention to the deceit that's around you at this time. Okay. Masculines. Ashe, King of Pentacles. All right. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo could be significant. So pay attention also as well. Pay attention to where you're deceiving yourself. Not only that, where are you deceiving yourself at also as well? Are you being completely honest with yourself? Or are you continuously lying to yourself? Are you deceiving yourself at this time? Is what I'm picking up on. Queen of Cups here. Show me the Queen of Cups. Some of you are being guided to a woman that is I'm hearing made for you. Made for me by Mooney Long. Made for me. Yeah, that song's significant. You're being connected with someone who's connected sensitively, someone who's sensitive, intuitive, emotionally available also as well here. So it's like when you're getting ushered to the person that is meant for you also as well here. So like I said, some of you masculines are struggling with vulnerability because you wasn't taught that. when you come around a woman that is actually vulnerably or emotionally available, you're connecting with someone who has that safe space, that's creating that safe space for you to be vulnerable and doesn't see you any less than a man, is what I'm picking up on. All right, so this is that particular woman here that you may be meant to connect with that is going to help you with this healing energy. You're going to help this woman also as well. It's like, don't think that you're being connected with a woman to help you only to, that's that ego mind. You're thinking that, oh, I'm connecting with a woman that's going to help me be vulnerable, be emotional, you know what I'm saying? And what you're doing is you're pushing away thinking that you don't have nothing to offer. You have a lot to offer. You're just thinking that just because you got to help a woman or a woman's helping you, that you're thinking that you're not going to be any value to that woman, is what I'm picking up on. So a lot of times, you'll see men who will choose women that are needy. They always need you. They always calling you for something, so you'll shy away from the independent woman. You'll shy away from that woman that got her own, and things of that nature, that's independent, that you may think is more successful than you. She needs to lower her standards. That's why you see a lot of men that want you to lower their standards, to the standards to the where they feel like they're more empowered. It builds their ego, but it does nothing for you. That's why you still feel unsatisfied. That's why you're with a woman that only wants you for your physicalities and not for who you are as a person. So you're running into the wrong type of people because your ego. So step into your higher self, the higher version of yourself, so that you can tap into this energy of vulnerability, tap into that healing energy also as well, because you still have shit to offer. Okay, quit thinking that you ain't got nothing to offer because a woman already got what she has. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm a very independent woman, but when I tell you I get tired of being independent, the reason why a lot of us women that have to be independent is because we have to. Okay? All right, because we have to. All right, so it's like, if I can literally, like when I tell you, the littlest things matter to me, okay? Like the trash being taken out when I don't want to take out the fucking trash. I gotta mow my own lawn. I'm gonna do it, but it's like, I gotta mow my own fucking lawn. I should be having a man that's here mowing my damn lawn, okay? Even shoveling the driveway, things of that nature. Like my dresser needs to be fixed. My dresser drawer is off balance. When I tell you, and I have like this kind of like OCD to where it's like seeing my dresser drawer being off balance is bothering the fuck out of me, okay? And it's like, and if I had a man that could just fix my fucking dresser drawer, oh my God, heaven on earth, okay? Heaven on earth. All right, so it's like there's something significant about you releasing the fact of not thinking that you're a man because of the fact that this woman already has something going for herself. Okay, it's like when you are connecting with a woman that can open up your vulnerability, do you know what that does? That when they're connecting with your vulnerability, your heart space, you're opening yourself up to more opportunities. All right, so when it comes to the heart space, when it comes to the heart chakra, when your heart chakra is blocked, you're blocking off opportunities. All right. So when your heart chakra is open, you're open and receptive to opportunities. More, it's like a new dimension in a sense here. So it's like new dimensions begin to open and new opportunities get to open. Your mind gets to opening up more. It's like, oh, I didn't even know that. I'm discovering more within myself. That self-discovery. Self-discovery leads you down different pathways to where it starts opening up all these doors. And it's like, so the whole time you're closing yourself off from connecting with certain women that are meant to help you open up your energy, to where it's like, you're like, I'm going to close it off. But it's like, when you see a man, they're pointing me to the Obamas in a sense, but, I don't really care for the Obamas anymore. So, but they're pointing me to the Obamas. When you hear that saying of behind every successful man is a powerful woman, or whatever the case that particular saying is because of the fact of that person being vulnerable with that woman, being safe with that woman, being able to be safe with that woman to where he's able to open up to opportunities for himself. You just don't know that this is going to open up things for you when you open yourself up. Is what I'm picking up on. That's the whole point of the messages that we've been getting in regards to surrendering to the divine. What is the divine? Divine feminine. Okay, surrender to the divine feminine within yourself. Surrender into divine mother. So that also means surrender into your particular woman here. All right, the woman that you may be meant to connect with at this time. That's what's being guided towards you. The temperance, your angels, your support here, they're showing you, they're guiding you to this, is what I'm picking up on. but you're too mentally trapped here. You're too much in your head. You're too worried about the deceit that already happened, the women that you already been deceived by. But that's why what came out here before was discernment, is connecting with your discernment energy. That's why in the beginning of this message was sexual energy and love versus sexual energy, love versus lust. I'm getting it now. Thank you, Spirit. So love versus lust. You're connecting with too much lustful desires, lustful energy, to where you're thinking that is love, but it's really lust. It's just sexual energy. So another thing that's a benefit of being abstinent from sex and pulling back and protecting your energy on a sexual level and not having sex is you begin to value yourself more. You begin to see things more clearly. It opens your mind up also as well. It clears your mind because you're not interconnected with people that are lustful spirits. When you're connecting to a lustful spirit, it's keeping you in the energy of lust, to where all of a sudden you always having sex, you fucking everybody. Okay, it's like it's too much. Your mind is chaotic, and things of that nature. You're taking on other people's energy, that those soul ties. So it's like, even though it may sound hard, okay, you can do hard things. You can do challenging things. That's what y'all are built for as men. You're built for challenges. So it's like, take on that challenge at this time to really pull back your energy and really kind of discover that self-love, that self-discovery, and see where you get. See where you go. Some of you are stopping yourself before you even get there. Stop stopping yourself before you get to a particular destination because it sounds like it may be scary. It sounds like it's not going to work. It sounds like because everybody else told you what it sounded like. Everybody else told you it was going to be hard. But nobody said that the journey was going to be easy. Ashe? All right. Last message is for the masculine spirit. Right, exactly. Divinely guided, exactly. Show me what else here. What's the last messages here for the masculine? All right. Bottom of the deck here is trust. All right. Trust yourself. Okay. At this time. Okay. Trust yourself. You can do this. All right. I make way for miracles. Okay. Someone could be eating a lot. Someone could be Miracle Whip could be significant. Someone could be making sandwiches with Miracle Whip. But I make way for miracles. All right. And it's like, this is the path to opening up to new dimensions, new opportunities. If you make way for miracles, okay, if you're believing, your belief system is changing. So the way you think about certain things, perception came out in the beginning of the message here for masculines. So it's like, so your perception has to open up to believe in miracles. You know how certain people that don't believe in miracles and they're like, oh yeah, that'll never happen. You know what I'm saying? Versus the person that was like, oh, that's definitely able to happen. There's an opportunity can happen. They believe in the miracles. They believe in the change. They believe in something being bigger than them. So it's like, there's something that's significant to where you're needing to believe that is something that is bigger than you at this time. Okay. Last message for the masculine. I keep seeing this, I seen this like this funny TikTok that would come across my page. And it's like about these kids. It's like little funny skits and videos of little kids. And it's kind of the random like things that they do. And so there was a little boy that I guess like his dad or whatever, he was like, what's that car out there? And it was a van. It was like a white van or whatever. And he was like, it's a kidnap car. He was like, it's a kidnap car. I was cracking up because it's like, every time I see one of those white vans, it do look like a fucking kidnapping car. Okay. But that's so funny. I don't know why that's coming up right now, but that's coming up. Okay. I trust the wisdom within. You just had to listen to the or see the dang on video. It's funny to me. But I trust the wisdom within. All right. At this time, you're masculines. All right. That third eye may be beaming. Okay. That intuition, that third eye is opening up at this time. All right. And so there's a need for you to trust in that intuition at this time. Okay. Trust it. trusting that wisdom that's coming within. Like I said, those signals are coming internally. The discernment, the intuition is coming in here. So it's like you got to listen to that. All right, you can't listen to that when you're always on the hamster wheel and going all the time. That's why I said that time of rest. You know, and then it is safe for you to shine. All right, it is safe for you to shine at this time. Believing is seeing. Okay, believing is seeing. Freedom brings forgiveness. All right, so release yourself at this time from the, you know, the things that's no longer serving you. You know, forgiveness doesn't always have to be reconciliation. So say for instance, you may be needing to forgive certain people that may have did you dirty. Okay. And it's like, but it doesn't mean that you got to connect back with them. Okay. You can be like, yeah, I forgive you. You know what I'm saying? You can forgive people for yourself also as well. You ain't got to even tell those people that you forgive them. Some of those people don't even deserve the fact that you tell them that you forgive them. You can just do that for yourself. All right. There's people that I forgave that I'm like, yeah, fuck you. Okay. Still fuck you. I'm not even telling them that I forgive them either. I don't even give a fuck to tell them that. But it's like, but I forgave them for myself because I had to forgive myself also as well. So there's something significant about you forgiving yourself for not knowing, for one. So not knowing the wisdom, the things that may be around you, not having the keys, you know, also as well, not having the information that you needed to help you be successful. Okay, is what I'm picking up on. So now that you have the information, do something with it. All right. Like I said, information is always flowing around through us. It's always some information out there, you know, but it just all depends on if you're going to use that information or not. And what is that called? Accountability. So accountability is very significant at this time. This is what's going to free you. You looking for freedom. You feel trapped or whatever case may be. I feel bound to these cycles. I feel bound, blah, blah, blah. But you got the information. So it's like, so take the information and use it. All right. At this time, and allow yourself to be safe in that. Also as well here, allow yourself to stretch. Okay, allow yourself to stretch. Last message for the masculines. Last message for the masculines. Last message for the masculines. Allow yourself to stretch. All right, that fire that's being lit inside you. Okay, it's like there's something here that's like, man, something got to change, something got to give. Like, I don't know, I just feel so uncomfortable. It's like there's something that I need to feel more comfortable with because you're getting uncomfortable. They're lighting a fire under your ass because it's like, it's time to change. It's time to make a shift. It's time for you to do something different. Okay, I'm different. Yeah, I'm different. Pull up to the scene with the ceiling missing. All right, 2 Chainz could be significant. All right, at this time, but it's like there's something that you need to do different because they're lighting this fire up under you for a reason. All right, so allow yourself to stretch. Ashe. Great message for the masculine. Okay, great message. That was a great message for y'all. I hope y'all received it and apply it. Ashe. Okay, apply the knowledge at this time. All right. Ashe, thank you. It definitely was beautiful. That was a beautiful message for the masculines. Okay. Now let's move on to the feminines. Let's move on to the feminine message at this time. Your mind is an altar to source energy. Ashe. Ashe, Shyla, thank you. Thank you, Supernatural. That was a great message. That was a great message. We got the Ascended Masters in the building. All right, I got my spirit team guiding also as well. Shout out to the spirit team. Shout out to the ancestors, the angels. Ashe, thank you for the messages. Ashe, thank you for allowing me to be a vessel. Gratitude, spirit. All right, feminine messages at this time, spirit. I'm hearing not everything has to be a race. New day is here. All right. Hey. New day. You came in just in time for the feminine's message. All right. We on the feminine's message. New day. 1111 is significant. Ones is significant also as well. Not everything has to be a rush. At this time here, feminines. I feel like with this energy of new day and the energy of one is that energy of new beginnings. One is the energy of intuition also as well here. It's like starting things off with a clean slate. So some of you could be in a space to where, like I said, you're letting go of relationships. You're getting a new slate here. Something's new. And it's like, you know, maybe you're feeling like you need to rush into certain things because now it's like you're ending a cycle and you're trying to rush into another cycle. Not everything has to come so quickly. All right. At this time. So it's like allow integration at this time here. Allow things to integrate. You don't have to be so full throttle with certain things. Sometimes things are meant to come slowly. When it comes to feminine energy is receiving, receptivity also as well. That's that nurturing energy also as well, and that intuition to where it goes hand in hand, to where it's like, you know, when a feminine is in her rightful energy, she doesn't have to rush to get it, because it's like you're paying attention to things as a whole. Is what I'm picking up on, because it's like you're knowing what's right for you. What's right for you will come to you when it's supposed to come to you at this time. So at this time, what are you rushing? All right. What are you rushing at this time? What are you rushing at this time? What are you trying to rush in regards to your path at this time? So pay attention to that. Ask yourself that question at this time here, feminines. Dragonflies are significant. Dragonflies are very like light creatures. They're very light energy. So something significant about these burdens or certain things that need to be lightened of the load at this time. Okay, so some of you may need to lighten the load, all right, of your energy. All right, this could be why you're rushing certain things, because it feels like it's just all sitting on you. So it's like at this time, release certain things that may need to be released so that you can lighten the load at this time. When you feel heavy, you're not able to receive the way you're supposed to receive. Okay, so you have to lighten the load. You got to let that light body be light body to receive at this time. Show me what else here for the feminines. Joy in reverse. New day and sacred space. I feel like this is where you're not feeling that overall happiness, is because, you know, starting things new, seeing things as a clean slate here. All right, so it's like, you know, this has a lot to do with endings is what I'm picking up on. I keep picking up on like endings. So certain things that are ending, you're not seeing it as a new slate here. You're not seeing it as something new, you know, something that you can actually, you know, for instance, I'm picking up on like relationships. So someone's going through a breakup right now. All right. So it's like maybe you're still unhappy about this. Maybe you're wanting to connect with a new person now. All of a sudden, you know, you want to get in a new relationship because you just broke up with this person. And now you wondering if this person's your person, and, you know, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, take some time. Take some time to yourself. Take some time. Sacred space on the bottom of the deck here. Take some time to create your own sacred space. All right. At this time, it's like, you know, take some time to find out where your true peace and your happiness is also as well at this time. You know, maybe you don't even know what truly makes you happy. All right. Also as well. So it's like, maybe take some time to do that self-discovery also as well. All right. Like I said, what are you rushing? What are you rushing? You have time. Okay. Is what I'm picking up on. You know, when it comes to us women and what we're taught in society is, you know, we have the Barbies, you know, we're playing with the little Barbies, and we got Barbie, and we have Ken, and, you know, we got little Kipper, and we want to make a relationship with them, and we want to have a happy home and a marriage by 30 years old or 25 years old, and I want to have my first baby by this age, and blah, 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 blah type of energy. So it's like, this is something to where you know, we was groomed, all right, in a sense here, to be a happy a wife in a sense, or groomed to be, you know, in relationship, and not necessarily what we can also focus on within ourselves. So something is significant about that at this time. And when you're so worried about that, and so worried about that external energy, you're not taking care of what you need to take care of in your home. Okay, so it's like, and also within yourself. And like I said, also the extension of you, which is your children. So you're looking too much outwards to be loved, or whatever the case may be, desired. And then it's like whole time you got to kind of focus back on yourself is what I'm picking up on. Show me what else here for the feminines. Yeah, integration and sacred space. It keeps coming up. All right, womb energy. Connecting back with yourself, connecting back with the womb, connecting back with the feminine energy. Feminine kundalini energy is significant also as well. Some of you could be integrating with that kundalini energy that may be happening at this time. All right, so movements also as well could be significant. Snakes are very kind of they move very glidely with the energy. So something significant about movement energy, that feminine energy of movement also as well. So maybe there's a need for you to dance or allow yourself to move that energy freely when it comes to feminine energy also as well here. Some of you, somebody's uptight here, like someone's uptight, and it's like there's a need for you to release that energy, like get I'm hearing like wild. The book's coming up to the book that's coming up to me is The Women that Run with the Wolves book also as well. So something significant about maybe having that warrior spirit, but it's like really kind of going into that wild feminine, that like the wild is what they're picking up on with me. Like I'm picking up on the wild feminine. It's not the dark feminine. Okay, I don't even like that saying. Okay, I don't even like it. But yeah, it's like that wild femininity energy that I'm picking up on. Wildflowers could be significant also as well. Wildflowers. Some kind of wildflower honey also as well could be significant. Sweetening up your life at this time. Someone could be using honey a lot. Someone may have recently did like a honey jar or something surrounding themselves also as well. So a honey pot could be significant. Someone may use honey pot products also as well, like feminine products at this time. But there's something significant about making things much more sweeter for yourself. And like I said, that doesn't come from anybody externally. It comes from yourself at this time. Okay, so it's like, if you're unhappy, because it's joy came in reverse. If you're unhappy, joy energy also as well as solar plexus. That's that yellow energy. It's the energy of yellow. So solar plexus is willpower, confidence, joy, abundance, also as well here. So solar plexus is significant at this time. Maybe there's a need to focus on solar plexus as well here, feminines. Okay. Show me what else. Yeah, growth and anger. Ashe. So it's like, like I said, anger is that secondary emotion. Here goes that black and yellow here with the B also as well. Honey energy. All right. So like I said, anger is that secondary emotion. Here goes that black and yellow here with the B also as well. Honey energy. All right. So there's something. Let me plug my phone up. There's something about sweetening it up for your life at this time. Okay, so I feel like there's like underlying energy surrounding anger at this time here, feminines, and there's a need for you to discover what that anger really truly is. All right, secondary emotion in regards to anger. At this time, you're not angry, you're upset. You're not angry, maybe you are sad, really truly deep down inside. So take some time with this growth energy, take some time to really see what it truly is. What is it that you're actually really truly angry about? You're not really truly, it's maybe you're hurt, maybe you're disappointed. Also as well, it's like really take some time to really dive a little bit deeper in regards to that particular energy. When you are going from one person to the next person in regards to relationships, because that's what society does more days, is gets out of a relationship and now 2 months later you're in a new relationship. You didn't even have time to grieve that relationship that you was just in. You didn't even have time to figure out what went wrong in that relationship, what maybe you did wrong, or whatever the case may be. It's like you didn't have time to reflect. So it's like there's something significant about allowing yourself to have time to reflect. That's why I said something significant about you're not in a rush. You do not have to be in a rush, is what I'm picking up on. Okay, what are you in a rush for? And that's why a lot of times when you keep on rushing with those relationships, one to the next, to the next, to the next, what do you end up finding out? They're all the same, right? And then you end up being bitter in regards to this particular angry energy. And then it's all men are the same. All men ain't shit and blah, 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 and this and that. No, not all men ain't the same, and no, not all men ain't shit. Also as well, honestly, what it truly is, and that's why a lot of women have gotten triggered in regards to men saying make better options, make better choices. There is some truth to that per se, okay, also as well. But it's like, when we're tapped into our real, true, divine feminine energy, we're picking up on more discernment. We're picking up on more of our intuition. You have the more of awareness. You'll be able to see more of the red flags, also as well. So something is significant about you being more tapped in with yourself so that you can catch that red flag. Because a lot of times we'll run into love bombing energy. Someone who presents themselves as the perfect guy. Yeah, this is the one. Then you out here saying this is the one to every single damn man. All right. Also as well, this is the one. This is my soulmate. This is my twin. This is my divine counterpart. This is that. And it's like in whole time, no, that's a karmic. That's a karmic that is dressed up as a divine person because that's their mask. Okay. So something is significant about that. All right. At this time. Show me what else. Yeah, the struggle bus. All right, it's like being on the struggle bus. All right, and a lot of times it's like you don't even want to hear it. Also as well, that's another thing in regards to feminines. A lot of times, we always think we're right. And it's like, and a lot of times we don't want to hear, what the downside of what feminines do also as well. So it's always about, oh, you're not a girl's girl, or you want to be filled with that energy of surrounding other women that believe in all men ain't shit. You want to be around other women that cater to that let's see, what's it called? I don't want to say weakened, more wounded feminine. So you surround yourself around more feminine that agree with those type of things versus someone who's going to tell you the truth. So it's like you'll run away from those type of women, or you'll have some sort of animosity, or feel some type of way about those type of women that will tell you about yourself. For certain people, all right, for certain women out there, okay. So you'll bandwagon with other miserable females, bandwagon females, to where it's like, you have that same friend that will tell you, oh girl, just go do this, go do that, just go get up under another man, and girl, F them niggas, you can just get another one, just use them and abuse them, we don't care, whatever the case may be. And it's like you're around the wrong type of women. All right, you're around the wrong type of women. Those women don't even really truly care, because they don't care about themselves also as well. They're not going to tell you straight up like it is that the things that you actually really need to know. And that you need to actually really truly hear. So you just around another fake ass group of females, really, to be honest. All right, show me what else. Letting go. All right, letting go. Duality again. All right, that duality energy. It's like letting go of the things that are no longer serving you at this time. That fell into struggle, and it also fell into joy. So it's like, what are the things that don't bring you joy at this time? What doesn't bring you happiness? What doesn't bring you peace? It's time to let that go. All right, at this time. So that can be people, places, things, whatever the case may be. It can be a mindset, also as well. But it's like whatever it is that is not truly bringing you that, it's time to let it go at this time. Okay, show me what else. Inner journey, perception. Shay, like I said, has to do with your mindset at this time. Balance energy is very significant. Yin and yang energy. So I feel like with this energy in regards to perception is, like I said, it says here inner journey. So focusing on ourselves versus everything that's on the outside, everything that's external. That was just all what I was talking about. It has everything to do with you inside at this time. Okay, is what I'm picking up on with this energy. So focusing, turning back in. So it's like I said, when you're too focused on the outward life and always on this rushing, need everything, to always go your way, always rushing for certain things. You need to hurry up. You're not focused on the present moment. And that's where you're missing the mark of the inner journey. So there's something significant about you growing with this particular perception and letting go of the things that are supposed to be letting go. This integration energy also as well to focus on this inner journey here. All right. I definitely feel some energy of certain people feeling triggered. Okay, but that's the whole point. The whole point is for you to be triggered. All right, so when you're feeling triggered of the things that someone's bringing some sort of light, some sort of truth to, is because your shadow, your shadow, your wounded version of yourself is like, I'm getting uncomfortable, because it's like, she's pointing me out. She's talking about some shit that I be doing, or whatever the case may be here, because there's supposed to be a light being shined onto that so that you can focus on that, so you can pay attention to that. There's a reason that you're triggered for a reason. All right. I can definitely feel that energy, but hey, we're going to move past it. Okay. We're going to move past it. You're going to be triggered when you come over here to me all the time. Even the men. All right. They be triggered. There's a whole point in being triggered. All right. It's just you got to do something with that trigger. All right. Show me what else here. It's triggering you to get uncomfortable, to get out of your normal, energy of always kind of repeating the same cycles, and it's like when you continue to repeat them same cycles and you wondering why, what I'm saying, or you're just getting bad luck. No, it has to do with that inner journey. It has to do with you focusing on, the things that are actually being shown to you for the growth to happen. A lot of people want to stay comfortable and stagnant, and wonder why they're not getting the growth that they expect, Show me what else here for the feminines. Ashe, message of love. All right, and regrets. I can't make it up. Like I said, so it's like there's an energy here in regards to, thank you for the heart me. This is a message of love. Like I said, that energy of, receiving, feeling triggered. Okay. That's also, like I said, a message of love here. So it's like certain things that you may be feeling regretful for, in regards to certain relationships or just whatever the case may be. Like I said, some of you will get in relationships and you'll regret being with that person. You'll regret, having sex with that person or whatever the case may be. But then you'll do it again, and then you'll do it again, and then you'll do it again. And then you're regretful and regretful and regretful. But it's like when it comes to you not necessarily taking the time to yourself, maybe you'll have less regrets. When you take some time to yourself, maybe there'll be less regrets there. So it's like, maybe if you take some time to love on yourself and not looking outwardly for someone to love you, and to nourish your own insecurities, to nourish your own, versions of you that is wounded at this time, and you actually tend to those wounds, you'll feel less regretful of dealing with certain men or certain rich situations to where it's not, meeting the mark to where you want them to meet you. All right. That's that message of love. Ashe. Show me what else. That's where the happiness is. Okay. That's exactly where the happiness is at this time. All right. So fox energy could be significant. Like I said, dealing with sneaky people, because I was just hearing Swiper the fox. So dealing with sneaky people, dealing with, deceiving energy also as well. It's like when you're in that space of allowing people to deceive you, we have a choice. We have a choice. This is my own, lesson that I had to learn also as well, to where I had a choice to allow someone to continue to keep deceiving me, or if I was going to be like, what, I'm not dealing with this deceit anymore and I'm moving on, type of energy. And that's exactly what I did. So it's like, we have to also, when we're pointing the finger, there's also fingers that's pointing back at us, to where it's like, all right, maybe I haven't been in this energy of really truly loving on myself because you're afraid to be alone. That was my story. I was afraid to be alone. So, I would continue to hold on to relationships and friendships, or just a man, because I didn't want to be alone, because I was afraid, or just I thought I was going to be lonely. Oh, singles, they always say, oh, singles so lonely, singles so bad, and oh, blah, 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 whatever the case may be. Baby, I've been the best I've ever been in my singlehood. Okay. I got to discover who I truly am, and I'm still discovering who I am. And it was the best decision I ever made. And would I do it again? Hell yeah. So it's like, so in regards to my regrets, no, I don't have any regrets in regards to that. But do I have any regrets in regards to certain people that I messed with? Hell yeah. Okay. I do. All right. And it's like, damn, I should have never gave that person my body. So also when it comes to me not out here just, having sex with just random people, I don't have to live with that regret of having sex with that person. Maybe it feels good in the moment. Maybe in the moment it's like, yeah, I'm trying to go get some D, you know what I'm saying? I already know it's going to be good, whatever case may be. But it's like later on in the years, I'm going to be like, why did I even fuck with him? Like type of energy. Like, why did I even allow that person to fuck with me? Especially when their character begins to show. knows, because that man can have really good D game. He can really have good eating skills, whatever the case may be. But it's like he's a fucked up ass individual. And it's like, so when you really get to knowing yourself, and it's like that whole situation in regards to sex don't matter. So it's like, if that kind of rules your mindset and things of that nature, and that has you in a chokehold, all right, that D got you in a chokehold, you need to get out of that chokehold, okay? You need to get out of that whip D. That D got some magic on it, all right? So you need to let that go, okay? But that's definitely something that was holding me at one point in time, was, the sex was amazing. So it's like, so I was still stuck in that pattern of being with that person, but it was a low down dog. Okay. It was somebody who was, very disloyal, very narcissistic and things of that nature. But it's like the sexual energy kept me, also as well, because it felt like passion, also as well. When you feel like you're connected to somebody, that sex feels like passion, but it's truly not. It's not. So something significant about that also as well here in fears. All right, so fears here at this time. So it's releasing the fears. Y'all hella quiet. All right, y'all hella quiet, feminines. Y'all quiet now that we done got on the feminine message, okay? It was a lot of messages in regards to the men, but it's like, well, now y'all quiet when we talking about us. And it's okay. It always happens. I tell you, every time I get to pointing shit out about women, child, it be getting quiet as hell. Crickets in this motherfucker, all right? But burden of tears. All right, burdens of tears. All right, so there's something significant about you being able to release at this time, okay? There could be a lot of situations to where you may be feeling a lot of pressure, also as well here. What's the question? But you could be feeling a lot of pressure, in this time, all right, in regards to, releasing certain things, these burdens that need to be released at this time. Yeah, reapproach it, all right? Shed it. Shed that energy at this time, all right? Allow yourself to shed. All right, I'm going to move on. I was waiting for you to ask the question, but I'm going to go ahead and move on. Show me what else here for the feminine. The Sun. All right. Like I said, happiness. What is it that makes you happy at this time? And the Knight of Pentacles, the slowest card in the deck here. The High Priestess and the Three of Wands here. Also as well. So something could be blocking in regards to... this feels like your own issues also as well here. Oh, child. All right. Anyways, so Three of Wands in reverse here. The High Priestess, the Sun, the Six of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles, feminines here. So I feel like with this energy in regards to you and a self-discovery, it's like some of you, your ancestors, your spirit team is guiding you at this time. Okay, they're guiding you in regards to the pathway that you're meant to go. This is a particular spiritual journey here is what I'm picking up on. Trusting your intuition in regards to the guidance that you're being shown at this time. So there's something significant about you giving your energy to people that you know that you shouldn't be giving your energy to at this time. All right, Six of Pentacles. All right, so something significant about you pulling your energy back. And then also this may take some time, okay, to integrate. Like I said, you're not in a rush. Is what I'm picking. Exactly. I can't make it up. Eight of Cups here. So it's like something that you're needing to let go of that once looked like it was, that it was offering whatever it thought that you thought it was offering, but it's truly not. So there's something significant about letting that go and focusing on yourself and that independency at this time. You could feel like you're at a crossroads with the Two of Swords. So you could feel like you're at a crossroads of not really sure what you should do about this particular situation, but some of you are getting guidance to let go. All right, let go at this time. Show me what else. Yeah, Page of Cups here. You could be dealing with somebody, yeah, Ten of Swords. Like it's an ending here. Backstab, betrayal energy. This could have been a lesson. all right, with the Hierophant energy. But it's like Page of Cups here, so it's like something, is some type of energy that's breadcrumb energy, okay, is what I'm picking up on. Love bombing energy also as well here. What's it called? Emotional manipulation also as well as what I'm picking up on. So it's like accepting breadcrumbs, accepting the bare minimum type of energy. Do you really want to be someone who accepts the bare minimum, or do you actually want to be someone who actually accepts what you actually truly deserve? That's where also self-love comes in also as well here. Therefore, you have no regrets, right? Therefore, you have no regrets, because message of love is because you're tapped back into this energy of what love truly is and what you truly are meant to have. All right, at this time, 10 of Cups energy, your true fulfillment, your true happiness, your true connections, also as well here. There's a reason why with the Two of Wands here. There's a reason why, and as a, someone who has been, reading for some time and paying attention to the trends of when people are more interactive and when people are less interactive. And so it's like, whenever it's talking about, love relationships or connecting with your soulmate or your twin flame, baby, it's so many likes, it's so many, cheers and talks about certain things and blah, blah, blah. But it's like when we're talking about the kids, when we're talking about what the women should work on, when we're talking about helping in community, baby, it's crickets. It's crickets. But it's like when we're talking about, connecting with the lover, child, it's like everybody's all involved. And it's like, everybody wants the love readings, everybody wants to know about their ex, and everybody wants to go this, and not saying that there's a problem with that, truly there's not. But it's like we have to also be able to understand and have our focus elsewhere also as well. Everybody wants love. That's the truth of the matter of it all. Everyone wants love. But it's like, are we wanting love just to fulfill, the things that we think they're going to be fulfilled, and not loving ourselves? And that's why you have a lot of people out there that's very selfish, self-centered, doesn't worry about anybody else and what the community and what's going on in the community. You have a lot of people that are not attached to their emotions and their feelings, very not vulnerable also as well here. If you think that people was actually truly in love, don't you think that society would look different? Don't you think that society would look different? If people was truly in love and truly in tune with their vulnerability, and it's like, and you're really with your person and things of that nature, if we had more love that was going on, would you think that society would be the way that it is now? No, it wouldn't. So it's like, so there's something significant about coming back into touch with ourselves before we can actually even truly even love somebody else at this time. Confirmation. All right, here. Last messages for the feminine. If anyone wants to get a personal reading, I am having private sessions available for $30.30 for the rest of May. It is a 30-minute phone call. Or also as well, if you want to get a reading while I'm on live, is $24.24. There's only 3 spots open for that. So now is the time to send in your payment if you want to get a reading, a personal reading right now. All right, I'm closing out the message here. You have until 11 o'clock to send in your payment if you want a reading. It's 10:51 now, so 9 minutes. All right, 9. The energy of 9 is the feminine energy also as well. Feminine. All right, so that energy is significant at this time. All right, stepping back into that feminine, that true feminine energy. All right, embodiment versus performance. Not performing the energy of a divine feminine, but actually embodying that true energy of divine feminine energy. All right, show me what else here for the feminines. Clarity. All right, seek clarity at this time. If you're needing some clarity, all right, book a reading with me. All right, at this time, whether it's on live or it's privately. But seek clarity comes out. So it's like if there's something here that you're not feeling clear about, you need that confirmation, whatever the case may be here. All right, book a reading so that you can get that clarity at this time. Show me what else here for the feminine. Clear the path. All right, clear the path. Something in regards to hidden keys, hidden things that may be kind of being hidden at this time are coming to fruition. They're coming to the forefront here, these important parts. So you're getting the keys here, the extra pieces to the puzzle to make the bigger picture more clear, is what I'm picking up on. All right, so you could have some missing pieces in regards to certain things that you may be kind of looking in regards to discovering, but it's like there's something here that is being put together here as a whole so that you can see the bigger picture in regards to decision makings, or just even just turning within is what I'm picking up on. All right, let's get a goddess card here, and I'm gonna close this out. All right, what's the closing messages for the feminine at this time? What's the goddess messages? What's the closing messages for the feminines? What's the closing messages? What's the closing messages? Worthiness, soul forgiveness, and speak up. Okay, Ashe. Worthiness, speak up, and soul forgiveness. All right, at this time. So it's like, what is it that you're needing to forgive yourself about? All right. Dive a little bit deeper at this time, and like I said, that self-worth, that self-value also as well here. What is it that you're needing to speak up with also as well here? Maybe you're not, I'll speak for myself. So, when I was in particular situations and relationships, I wasn't speaking up for myself. I was allowing someone to walk all over me. I would just be quiet because I was like, forget it. You know what I'm saying? That person's not going to get me anyways. I was dealing with somebody who would tell me, oh, your ideas are stupid, or what you just said was dumb. And, they would talk about the things that I would speak about. So it's like, so I kept on shunning myself down because I was like, damn, well, all he's going to do is think that I'm stupid, or all he's going to do is think that my, the things that I just said was dumb. And it's like whole time I was being manipulated. He was manipulating the way I thought, He was very insecure. So it's like, so I would stop speaking up for myself. I would just shut down, and I would just be mute. I wouldn't even speak about anything. I would just let him talk, and he would just keep on talking and keep on talking and keep on talking. And it's like, I was like, you know what? I kept shutting down. I just kept shutting down on myself. I wouldn't speak up. And then it's like the time that I actually did speak up, oh, what you just said was dumb. Like, does that even make any sense? You know what I'm saying? Ask yourself, does that make any sense? And then I started to question myself. And then I was like, damn, like, am I making any sense? Like, for a second, I almost thought I was a little bit kind of like, I was like, damn, am I kind of getting a little bit dumbed down? Like, is something going on with me? Like, is my common sense kind of like losing, or like, what's going on? And it's like, so mentally I was going through it in regards to my mindset with that. Until the point to where I was like, you know what? I would have little thoughts to where my intuition kept coming back up. And I'm like, wait a minute, something's off here. Like, you're off. Like, I'm not the one that's off. It's you, so it's like, and then it's all started clicking. And it's like, when you realize that you can't speak to certain people, and whatever you say is not going to ever fly with them. It's never going to take seed. It's never going to plant that. It's never going to nurture them. You have to remove yourself from those situations. That's where that self-worth comes in. And that's exactly what I did. I chose myself. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you for showing me the truth. Thank you for the important parts and the things that I needed to know at this time. The truth being revealed to me, the mask that fell of everything that I needed to know so I can move on and choose myself and choose that self-worth. I am so grateful for my self-worth at this time, Ashe. Type in the chat, you are so grateful for your self-worth. All right, feminines, type in the chat, I am grateful for self-worth. I am grateful for self-love. I am grateful for my intuition. I am grateful for my journey. I am grateful for the truth. Whatever it is that you're grateful for at this time that you are discovering, type that in the chat at this time. Ashe. All right, step into that worthiness. All right. Literally have me feeling like I shouldn't have never opened my mouth. I always dislike feeling like that. Just got out of a relationship just like that. Yeah. I'm grateful for my self-love and my intuition. I'm grateful for my self-worth and self-love. Ashe, 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 ashe. Ashe. Yeah, when I was in that situation too, I felt like I was, I didn't feel right. Like, it didn't feel like it was right. And that's those internal signals. When I was speaking up in regards to the masculines, that's those internal signals, that intuition that's going off, that's telling you something's not right. Something needs to shift. Something needs to change. I don't feel right. Trust that gut, trust that intuition, trust what's going on internally. All right. I'm grateful for self-love, for my worth, my truth, my intuition. I'm grateful for me. Ashe. I'm grateful for worthiness, truth, journey, self-love, intuition, and discernment. Ashe, 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 ashe. All right. Continue to tell yourself that. All right, ladies, continue to tell yourself that. The more you say it, the more you believe it. Sometimes, when we have been in spaces to where, our mind has been altered, when we have been dealing with manipulation, especially manipulation, it alters our mind. It alters the way confirmation. It alters the way that we feel about ourselves. So when you continue to create that pattern of worthiness, when you tell yourself the things that you're supposed to be told instead of the things that someone wants to make you manipulate you to think about yourself, it'll feel like you're not really sure about it. So it's like, there was times where I would say I'm worthy of love, I'm blah blah blah, and it's like I would say it but I didn't believe it. So it's like you got to keep on saying it. You got to keep on showing up for yourself. You got to show yourself that you're worthy. You got to show yourself the self-love. You got to give yourself the grace. You got to really tune into that. And the more you do it, the more it'll become more easier for you to actually truly feel. Ashe? All right. That is it for the messages at this time. If anyone wants to get a personal reading, all right, now's the time to send in your personal reading. I am feeling a need to do some energy work here, all right? So we're going to do some energy work at this time. So I do feel like there's a need to open up the vulnerability energy for some of you. So if you want to stay and get that energy work done, we're going to go ahead and tap into that and do that, okay? So if you're driving or if you're busy and you can't participate, that's all right. You probably can catch me on another time. But this is for those that are able to do so right now at this time. So you need to be completely free at this time. So you're welcome. Thank you, Shyla. I appreciate it. Much love. Thank you for always supporting me. I appreciate you. All right. And to everybody else that has been supporting the live, I appreciate you also as well. Thank you for the love. Shay, thank you for the likes, the shares, the follows, the gifts. I appreciate you. You're welcome, Gloria. All right. Who is available that wants to do some energy work right now? All right. Allow yourself to be free at this time. You're welcome, Archie. You're welcome, Sonia. All right, perfect. All right. So if you're able to close your eyes and everything, that's what we're about to do. We're about to close our eyes and do this energy work. Okay. All right. Close your guys' eyes at this time. Take some deep breaths at this time. We're doing heart chakra activations. All right, those that are participating, close your eyes at this time. Get comfortable. Relax your shoulders. Relax your jaw. Relax your mouth. Relax your feet. Relax your hands. There's about 4 to 5 people I'm seeing spiritually. So I'm seeing another one join. 6. All right. If you cannot see the visualization that I'm talking about, that's okay. I can see us at this time. Just make sure that you are keeping your eyes closed, coming in tune with your breath, and being in the present moment. Allowing yourself to just be present. Letting go of the worries of yesterday. Letting go of the worries of tomorrow. We're in a field here. That's where we're at. We're in a field. We're in the grass. And we're sitting in a circle. All right, is what I'm seeing. We're sitting in a circle here. This is a safe space of vulnerability. This is a safe space of healing. This is a safe space of connection. We're all here ready to open our hearts is what I'm picking up on. Our shoes are off, our socks are off, our feet is in the grass. We're connecting with Divine Spirit, Divine Mother. Now in this circle, I'm coming around and I'm passing everyone a notebook and a pen. I'm passing everybody around a notebook and a pen here. And what you're going to do is you're going to write down the things that may have hurt you in the past or the things that's hurting you right now. Maybe the things that you're angry about, the things that maybe you need to release at this time. Those of you that are participating in the energy work, place your right hand over your heart at this time. Place your right hand over your heart. Keep your eyes closed. Stay focused on your breath. And write down the things that you are hurt about at this time. What recently hurt you? What bothered you? All right, it looks like everybody in the circle wrote down what kind of is bothering them at this time or hurt them or what you feel angry about. Rip that piece of paper out of that journal that I gave you guys. Rip it out. Rip that piece of paper out. Now I want you to rip it into pieces. Take that paper, rip it into pieces, and just throw it away. Throw it out in the wind. Let Mother Nature take it. Just throw it, toss it, rip it up, and toss it at this time. Repeat to yourself, I am releasing this energy. This energy no longer holds on to me. No longer holds on to my energy anymore. I release this energy. It no longer holds power over me at this time. I release this energy with love. I release this energy with forgiveness. I forgive myself for not knowing. Some of you have loved ones here, or a particular spirit guide or a loved one. They're coming in. They're coming to stand in front of you. They're going to give you a hug here is what I'm seeing. Allow them to embrace you. Now they want you to see your heart. Your heart is pretty much in your hand at this time. They want you to see your heart, and what does your heart look like? Is it thriving? Is it healthy? Is it a little bit black here? Someone has like a little bit of blackness on their heart is what I'm picking up on. It's a little bit beat up a little bit. Is it beating very strongly, or is it kind of just beating slowly to where it's not necessarily receiving too much energy is what I'm picking up on. Look at your heart. Now we're going to renew it. All right. Some of you are getting a new heart. So you may have a new heart that you're being placed with at this time. You may be getting a new one. Some of you just needs a little bit of fixing. So some of you will be getting a bucket of water. Some of you may be getting ushered a new heart into your hand. Some of you are getting a bucket of water to cleanse that heart here. That's what I'm picking up on. What I'm seeing. For those of you that have the bucket of water in front of you, place your heart in that water at this time. Allow it to purify it. Allow it to renew it. Allow it to cleanse. Those of you that are getting a new heart here, there's an angelic presence here that's walking up to you and bringing you a new heart. Place that heart back on your chest. Feel it being renewed. Those that put their heart in the water, take your heart out of the water here and place it back in. Now repeat in your head, I am open to receive 3 times. I am open to receive. I am open to receive. I am open to receive. Repeat 3 times, I allow a safe space of vulnerability. I allow a safe space of vulnerability. I allow a safe space of vulnerability. For some of you, an instant activation of vulnerability may just happen. For some of you, it will take a little bit of time over the course of this week. So if you feel a little bit of emotions that may arise, emotions, feelings, or, a random outbreak of crying, that is that restoration of that heart space. So allow that space to cleanse at this time. Okay. All right, you guys can come back. That feels good. That feels good. All right. So allow that over the period of this week to penetrate your heart space at this time. Okay. So like I said, if you have some times where you feel emotional this week, there's a reason for that. That's that energy work that's going through you at this time. All right. If you already felt a little bit emotional, that's okay also as well. Allow it to continue to work through at this time also as well here. All right. Ashe, ashe, ashe. That felt really good. There was like about 6 people that I seen that should be feeling that this week. But yeah. Ashe, ashe. All right. Does anyone want to get a personal reading? If not, I'm gonna hop up off of here. Check out my spiritual store. I seen somebody got some a personal. Someone just booked a personal. Whoever that is that just booked a personal off of live. Thank you. I'll be meeting with you whenever that is set up. You're welcome. Thank you for the follows. I appreciate it. But yeah, I'll allow some time real quick if anyone wants to get a personal reading right now while I'm here on live. Check out my spiritual shop. All right, TikTok has some things on there that I have on there pinned, and then also outwardly also as well. Check that out. The link is in my bio for that. Excuse me. Have a good day. I will talk to you guys later on, possibly. All right. Bye. Have a good one.